I don't know. Just kind of felt like coming back on here. Oh, it's been a long day. Upset both my children today. My daughter, when I told her that I will not be taking that cat from my sister's house when I get my own place. And my son, when I told him that I will not be going to South Carolina to get Hiccup because I no longer know where he is. And it's just, it's so triggering because there was only one. No, you know what? No, even then, it wasn't a choice. They were her boyfriend's ferrets, and I took them in because she couldn't have them. So I've literally never been able to pick out my own pet besides fish, right? I think the turtle, Mikey, I found him and brought him home. But my whole life, dogs, when I was little, they were really my parents' animals. And the dogs, when I was married, my husband's always got. Hiccup, my son, and my second husband went and picked up. The cat, I said I didn't want, and my mother insisted on bringing it home anyway and gifting it to my daughter. The gerbils were just gifted from their father. I wasn't asked if I wanted them, and it's just like, I'm just so overwhelmed with people forcing me to take animals, right? And having no say. Like, I didn't really mind Hiccup too much, right? You know, that was for my son's 6th birthday that they went to go get him. I didn't mind that. But it's just like, and even Snickers. My sister found him in the school's car line, and he ended up at my house. My cat, Bear, was my sister's cat, and when he got elderly and difficult to take care of, he came to my house. And it's just like, I'm so over it. And I said, when I get my own place, I will not have cats. I've said this clearly now for a long time that I really don't like litter boxes. I really don't want cats, right? And it's not that I hate cats. I love cats. I'll pet them all day long, cuddle with them and everything else. It's just I don't want them, you know? And it's so weird. It's so weird because it's this whole manipulation tactic that's going on with my child right now, and it's just this whole, oh, well, if your mom gets her place and you go to stay with her, then you have to take your cat. And it's like, the fuck she does. I didn't say I told you no, I didn't want her from the get-go. I didn't want that cat. And I'm not going to take an animal into my house that I have no say over anymore. I'm not doing this. I hate it when people use the kids and they use animals and they try to emotionally manipulate people with that. Emotionally manipulate people with it, and it's terrible. It's terrible, you know. I'm sick of going down for the bad guy for all this nonsense. We got Leo, strength. We got 5. Yeah. When you start telling people who are used to you just saying yes and doing whatever it is that they tell you to do, when you stand up in your own strength and say no, yeah, it does nothing but cause conflicts, right? Pluto, I got a Mercury. I got a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, so, you know, in my chart. I don't sugarcoat shit, man. I'm not doing it anymore. I did it my whole life. My whole life I've had no say in anything, ever. I've just been at the mercy of other people, and if I don't do what they say, they'll ruin my life. It's very, very weird. Very, very weird environment to grow up in. Alright. I got the star, I got the harvest here, I got waves, and I've got flight. Yeah, wow, something's really going on here. There's been some sort of divine guidance, divine intervention happening here. Some sort of intentions that are being set that's causing a lot of waves. Someone's about to make a lot of movement. Okay. Let's see what shadows we're working with here. We'll get into the storyline. 2 that came out here. I got artificial heart. Yeah, someone who's just going through the motions. This is the artificial heart card, right? They're just, it's an energy of fake it till you make it, but it hits a certain point where you're not even faking it anymore. It's like a robotic response, right? And then the opposite to that is this naked before the stars. It's what? It's breaking from that robot, and what gets you into that robot stage is fear of being exposed, right? And when you start fighting up for yourself, you do end up feeling very, very vulnerable. Spring equinox, rebirth. There is a huge rebirth energy getting ready to happen here. This could have been starting since the spring equinox, right around when Mercury pre-shadow and all that good jazz was getting ready to start. Alright. Let's see what's going on. Someone's having a rebirth. Reconnecting. Artificial heart usually comes into play when someone needs to. Someone needs to close off their heart, right? I get that one card. It says sometimes you love so much that you can't show it or else you'll fall apart type of energy. And that's kind of what develops the artificial heart. It's like, you know, it's like you get so tired of being hurt, so tired of being jerked around that you just essentially gray rock the earth. If you don't know what gray rocking is, it's a term for dealing with narcissistic abuse. But yeah, it's pretty much where you make everything becomes mundane. Everything here becomes just talking about the weather. You don't talk of anything substance anymore. You just go through the motions of your day. You don't really engage. A lot of times when you're in this situation, it's because anytime you do engage or you do open up or you do put yourself out there or you do try or you do express your own wants and what you don't, especially when you express what you don't want, it's like these people just browbeat you to death with it. I always do get the thing though, it's like, because I've been talking about the cat thing for a minute, and it's like, am I manifesting it? Am I manifesting it? Like, I always wonder that. It's like, because I'll get a sense that something's coming to the head, and I'll be very, very specific. Like, I text my friends sometimes just to have, like, references. It's like, you know how I was talking about this thing the other day? Amazing how it popped up. Amazing, and I never know if it's my intuition picking up on it or am I manifesting it, right? And this is really important here because we got on the 40 here, right? We got this high priestess with this reversed ace of cups, right? That's closing off. It's like, what, am I manifesting this? Well, then maybe if I just shut off all my emotions, I'll stop manifesting this. We have a very hurt feminine here. Very hurt feminine here, right? That could be masculine, but like I said, I just read how I read. You guys put your energies where you're supposed to. If you're watching tarot readings, then I shouldn't have to explain all this to you guys all the time, especially since it's like only a handful of you that actually watch me. So, right, we got this, I got talking to the moon, out in the cold type of energy. There is a very strong connection. It's felt on the 3D, right? This is the energy, right? Someone feels very vulnerable, weak, like I said, naked before the stars. They could be closed off and feeling robotic, right? Type of energy. And then you got this Jack of Cups energy, right? Just kind of like, I almost get King Kong, where he's holding the woman, right? He's not trying to hurt her type of energy going on here. This person's energy could be very capturing, right? There is definitely some rite of passage here. This rite of passage is all about breaking free of the Eight of Swords mentality, that entrapping mentality, right? And I've got, this is so weird, true love never dies, right? I'm really loving feeling this on the 3D right now, because the Eight of Cups for me is kind of just moving on from haters. It's that haters gonna hate type of energy, right? And it's like this true love never dies, and it's almost giving me the energy of on the 3D that it's like, yeah, the heart wants what it wants. There's definitely a releasing, having a release of the past to go to the future. There's definitely some embodiment here of true love never dies. Right? We got this high priestess, right? She could have been being very cold right now because why? She's in this Eight of Swords. I love it in this deck. Indifference. You know what? I want to read the definition of indifference. You know, because it's so interesting to read it. I am a very big proponent of words matter. If you don't know me, I'm a very big, which is why I refuse to use made up fucking words. I get in a lot of trouble for it. Alright, I said indifference. But I typed in interference, right? This person, I get like the Pinocchio, the strings, right? I saw a great speech with Jordan Peterson where he was talking about Pinocchio. And it's like how like you make the mistake, the decision to go into fame puts all those puppet strings on you. But it's definitely, he had the metaphor of in life allowing people to dictate what you do by pulling your strings, right? The action of interfering or the process of being interfered with. Unwarranted interference with personal liberty. The combination of two or more electromagnetic waveforms to form a resultant wave in which the displacement of either is reinforced or canceled. Oh, I like that. That's the physics definition. I'm going to read that again. The combination of two or more electromagnetic waveforms to form a result wave in which the displacement is either reinforced or canceled. Makes me think of a great video I saw by Mel talking about balancing the masculine and feminine energies, right? And what does this all have to do with, right? I have the Three of Wands here, which is usually, you know, waiting for that ship to come in energy. Right? But in this deck we have virtue up here. And it says behavior showing high moral standards. Paragons of virtue. Right? The seventh highest order of the ninefold celestial hierarchy. Okay. Very interesting. He's got the angel here next. That's the Christian analogy of it. Right? This is definitely somebody having to fight for their own virtues, fight for their own standards here, right? And there's an energy of juggling here, learning how to juggle, learning a skill and practicing it, right? Waiting for an opportunity. There's a very strong energy of finding balance through moderation. Right? On the 5D here. Alright, just jump back out. Look at the bottom. It's a completion of some sort of cycle that's happening right now, for sure. Right? There's some sort of an epiphany getting ready to happen here, right? Four of Wands for those who want them to look up the more traditional meetings, right? We got the Ace of Cups here, Eight of Swords, Six of Wands, Ace of Swords, right? There is a victory. It's so. What I'm picking up is one person on this connection's heart is very closed off right now, very locked in, very in that artificial heart mode because they feel so vulnerable at the moment, right? This is the entrapping energy. This person could be interfered with a lot. Something's coming, right? And now this could either be the individual person or someone coming in here with this Knight of Wands, right? I got this Master of Enlightenment, right? He carries magic, right? But there's definitely Six of Wands and Ace of Swords is a major victory getting ready to come. Ooh. Something's getting ready to play out on the 3D, and I love the peacock. It represents royalty, elegance, high standards. Right? Something coming in, some sort of communication getting ready to come in. It might have been equal give and take communication right now. There's definitely somebody holding on to this connection, right, on the 5D. Right? Someone is finding their own balance within this connection, right? They're getting ready to make a fool's leap, right? When I say fool's leap, like, it sounds so negative, but it's not. It's a leap of faith that somebody has to take, right? And the reason it's so important to take a leap of faith, it's because who pulls those puppeteer strings, right? It's these toxic connections. that drive these, that pull these strings, that cause those Eight of Swords, that cause those interference, right? I've got a Hermit. Someone is in a Hermit energy right now. Who is this King of Coins, right? Someone is gaining someone is gaining, I get control over the opportunities in their life, right? This person is learning how to focus and manifest better, right? They're building some sort of solid foundation towards something here. Six of Swords, Rite of Passage. Oh, Four of Wands. I like it in this, right? Oh, Five of Cups. There's definitely a strong releasing of the past. Somebody is very sad, crying, releasing the past. Three of Coins, Two of Swords, Four of Swords, Queen of Coins, Judgment. Someone's having to choose their feminine here, right? Three of Coins. Who was a good team with you, right? You got the masonry building tools there, right? Who was a good builder with you? Who was able to see, right? This person needs to make a decision. There's been some major truths that they've had to open their eyes to recognize, right? They've got this Queen of Coins energy, right? With the Judgment right after, right? And I get it's the kind of energy of this, like I said, the Queen of Coins could be a materialistic person, but in general, with everything else going on in this reading, it's like, I get that it's the virtue of this person that is standing out in the crowd. Oh my God. Yeah. This is an intense ass connection, right? This person's gaining a lot of knowledge on it. They're not, they're gaining knowledge and they're learning understanding about what's actually going on in this connection, right? We've got this Death card here, right? I like how he's got the swords and then you've got the heads on the ground here. It's like this person's I get this person's sorry. I got Papa Love Mama playing right now. So this person could have definitely dealt with some shit in the past that had to do with someone who was like they could have been cheated on a lot in the past. It could make this other person very defensive as well, right? But I'm getting that this Knight of Swords, this masculine energy, is finally realizing where not only do they need to where they need to cut off old energies in order to move towards the future, right? We got this Queen of Wands here, right? We got a very fiery, passionate female here, someone who's well endowed with magic, right? There's definitely something going on here where someone had, I get the illusion, right? I get the illusion, right? There's nothing more vulnerable. Like, I like the Naked Before the Stars card because that is all about being vulnerable, right? And I get that this person saw this Queen of Wands, this lover connection, this whole great connection, right? And they had to find some balance on what was realistic about it, right? I get that there was a lot of illusions, a lot of delusions, and they've had to kind of start back at the beginning here with this energy, with this connection. They're waiting for an opportunity. This person is manifesting a lot right now, right? And they're definitely in that telepathic communication here, right? There's towers going on. This person's foundations are shook right now. Five of Swords. They're in a lot of conflict too. So if you're wondering if your person was in a lot of conflict as well, yeah, they are. It is just the energy right now. Remember that your twin is almost always mirroring you in some sort of way, shape, or form. You'd be amazed at how similar the storylines and timelines are. The shit trips me out. The shit trips me out to this day. 10 of Wands, a lot of oppression, like the weight of the universe. The Wheel of Fortune is turning for this person, but it's taking a lot of weight, a lot of work to get that thing rolling, right? A lot of strength, right? A lot of overcoming. I get a lot of anxiety, right? A lot of anxiety when it comes to this Empress. What else we got on this Empress? Secrets, mysteries, Four of Cups, Three of Cups. I get this person dealing with this Empress. She phases with the moon. The Empress is the divine feminine, right? Her cycles wane and work with the moon, right? That's the whole point of the divine feminine being connected so much to the moon, is the moon is also on a 28-day cycle with us, right? That's the importance of that connection, of dealing with that. That's why there's those red droplets around the moon, right? A lot of symbolism in this card. And what is the difference? I get that this person, like I said, we get that Temperance card. I've got some overindulging energies here. I get when this person imbibes too much, they can be very weepy. That's when it all comes down. That's when they become the most vulnerable, right? And they could cry a lot, right? On the other side, right, this person, right, that I get the energy, like, right, it's that one cup too many, right? I get, like, it's all fun and games until it's one cup too many, and then what drunk girls cry? Oh, it's so bad, writing y'all out. But it's like, yeah, it is. It's definitely a recognition of trauma, of unresolved healing, right? And that kind of comes out, and that's that. A lot of people, and there's a reason we call it spirits, it leaves you so open for possession when you do drink and when you do imbibe things like that. I mean, the kind of a point of it, like way back in the olden days, was you actually imbibed things that were supposed to help you, loosen your grip on reality so that you could channel the divine. And drinking and coming together, the reason that is so socially acceptable, one, because water was terrible back in the day and beer was safer to drink, but it also opens you up to being more empathic. You can feel and sense other people's energies more well too. But there is that fine line where if you go too far, then now you've peeled back all the fun stuff, and what was left down there is all this unresolved shit, and it comes up to head, and then that's why drunk girls cry, right? That's why drunk girls cry, and that's why drunk guys punch holes in walls. It just is what it is, right? There's definitely a lot of knowledge being gained. There's new perspectives. There's new understandings being observed over this, right? We have the Queen of Swords here, right? She's got an understanding. She's got a grasp of this too, right? I do get that she's very much in a High Priestess type of energy, right? That Empress energy. I get like Divine Mother here too, defensive type of mother, right? I get a Mama Bear type of energy coming off of this one, right? But she definitely has understanding, right? There we go, that Three of Wands. There's some sort of opportunity that this person's waiting for, right? Because they are out in the cold still. They're out in the cold from something. You get the Page of Cups. Someone's inner child, someone's heart center, something starting to awaken, starting to stir. There's a lot of compassion starting to build from this person. There's also that energy of fate and fortune pulling this person, divine connection, divine guidance, being pulled, being drawn into a direction. Nine of Coins. There's that energy that's that energy of focus. Someone's starting. It's this person watching, gaining understanding, building compassion, learning how to be empathetic, right? Coming out of this energy, and that's the universe. It's like the universe is pulling you so much towards this person and putting you through all these energies. And I've said it before, because there'll be certain people that I'll bump into online or even in real life and stuff like that, where the universe is just like, pay attention to this person. You're going to want to pay attention to this person. And you don't understand why at the time, but that's what's got your focus. Someone is definitely in a hangman situation. This person's in a battle. It's the masculine. This person's in a battle right now, right? They're in the hangman position. They're laying there. They're biding their time at the moment, right? They've got a lot of energy of people just causing that conflict around them, right? This person is being, right? It's like I say, the girl guys are always mirroring each other. They're having to now defend their moral fortitude, right? They're having to defend their own, beliefs and things like that and what they want out of life, right? And this person is also waiting for an opportunity, trying to create an opportunity, trying to draw an opportunity towards them, right? What are they trying to draw? There's something about a 10 of coins here. This King of Swords, King of Swords, King of Wands. This person is putting all their thoughts and understandings and their magic. And this is divine masculine magic in its highest form with the King of Swords and the King of Wands here. When a masculine can get his mind wrapped around what he's actually doing when he's manifesting, that is an amazing, amazing thing to happen here. And I get a lot of this is being learned from watching this High Priestess, right? And there's this energy of time sensitivity and reaping what one sows here. And there's an acknowledging of how somebody could have caused their own issues, right? Ten of Swords. There's a lot of anxiety here. There's a lot of anxiety here, but this person is manifesting this. They're manifesting a new opportunity, right? Do you want to keep fighting these lions? Do you still want to keep trying to play headbutting with the bull, right? What are you trying to accomplish right now? This person is manifesting deeply from their heart-based center, right? And I get that they have a lot of compassion about what's going on, right? This person may have seemed very heartless before. I like that. I like that. That looks like, I don't even know where my damn Odyssey deck is right now. That looks like a compass, don't it? Pinocchio, let your conscience be your guide. Right? 8 of Coins, 9 of Wands. This person is persistent on whatever it is they've been working on. Oh man, they feel divinely guided. They feel very divinely guided. 2 of Cups, this is a major soul connection for them. This is bringing justice into their life, right? A fairness, a rebalancing of the scales, right? It's kind of like, and I think I've said this to somebody before, it's like, you know, when all the suffering and everything's said and done, you hit a certain point where you realize you're kind of a people pleaser, and 2, you're just like, I'm done. I'm done. I have paid enough karmic debts for a lifetime, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like you don't owe anything anymore, right? And this 8 of Wands, getting distance from things that are causing this unbalance, right? I like how the Justice has her sword in this one. Got the Emperor here, right? This Emperor is trying to get 3 steps ahead. 3 steps ahead of what? People in their past that could be causing some issues. That hater's gonna hate energy is what I get with the 8 of Cups. Right? What do they got for 8 of Cups up here? I know what I'm saying. Oh, laziness. Yeah, it's that vibration of people with laziness. It's that stagnant energy. It's like what? It's like, I said my favorite deck was the Tarot of the Old Path, where it shows the person walking away from these gossiping ass people. It's like those people are going to still be in the same situations in 10 years from now. Sometimes the universe towers your whole life in order to force you to change. That's what all the pressure is about. This is really all on this Magician. This person is manifesting like crazy. We got the 2 of Coins here, right? This person, like I said, that King of Swords and that King of Wands before, they're about learning how to, and there's a scale, and the sun and the moon, right? They're learning how to balance out these metaphysical energies with reality. They're learning all of this, right? There's definitely been some deception that this person has had to deal with, right? I get deception. They could have lied to themselves. There's some realization here on what the 10 of Cups is for them. Realistically, not the 7 of Cups illusion. The 8 of Cups, where you realize that some people are just not going to be able to come with you when you start to level up and you start to operate in a better frequency, right? Ace of Wands. There's a lot of manifesting with one's own magic right now, right? And we got this Hierophant here, right? It's like, I love the Hierophant because the Hierophant is all about the people who watch you and try to emulate you. And it's like you want to set a good example for them, right? I like how this is a feminine hand here. And this person is very, it's very important to them what these other people think of them, right? And this is a Queen of Cups, right? The reason she's so emotional is because she's so in tuned and operates at such a heart-based center. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, but 3 of Swords, right? And there's the spider strings there, right? It's the 9 of Cups with this 3 of Swords here. It's like, it's just not possible. You got to let go of the past. You can't, if you try to drag and recreate things from the past with somebody new, you're going to drag your old past timelines with you. Someone's definitely getting ready to make a move on the 3D. Who's getting ready to make a move on the 3D? This King of Cups is ready to come out into the sun. They're ready to come out into the sun and acknowledge some shit. Alrighty. Get a moon card. And then I'm going to roll out. Alright, we got two here that came out, 40 and 41. Nice, those be on the same. I wonder if they're going to be on the same page. That'll be funny. So we got Moon Dust, and we've got Moon Blues. Let's see what I got here. Moon Dust, keywords, joy, surprises, and wonder. This is a lovely card, and it comes to inform you that a sprinkling of gold moon dust is about to be distributed over your life. What does this mean exactly? Well, it means that the magic has been activated and wonderful things are about to happen for you and your loved ones. This card represents unexpected turns of events that lead you to a place of great joy and happiness. It might indicate a happy coincidence or just a lucky windfall. It is a nice card for those feeling a little jaded and in need of a pick-me-up. It will reignite your sense of wonder and awe in this magical world we live in. While it is not an energy that sticks around for very long, you will know it when it is playing out in your life because you will experience something that just blows you away. Enjoy it for what it is and take the chance to make some lasting memories. Now we got Moon Blues right on the other side of this, right? I like how it's been a back and forth this whole time. Sadness, anxiety, and self-absorption. The Blue Moon card represents a low mood and feeling of anxiety and worthlessness. We all experience low moods from time to time, and it is perfectly natural to have these days where we do not feel great. You cannot be on top of every day, as that would be exhausting. Take heart though, because this card indicates that this low mood is just a passing phase and a natural ebb of the energy rather than a deep depression. You might find yourself worrying about the little things or falling into a negative spiral of anxiety. This card asks you to take a step to lift yourself out of your moon blues by doing things that bring you joy or which bring joys to others. Helping someone else is often the best way to avoid becoming too self-absorbed, because there is always someone who's having a worse time of it than you are. Practice daily gratitude and exercise to do something for charity. If the Moon Blue card keeps coming up in your readings, it is consistently coming out as your personal card. It could indicate that your low mood is lasting longer than necessary and you should seek some medical help to overcome it. On a whole, this card is telling you to worry less, for this too shall pass. So there's definitely an energy of something getting ready to pass here and some good energy getting ready to come here, right? It's just getting through it, right? Realizing that, like, you know, if you could spend your whole life worrying in every good moment that the other shoe's going to fall and something bad's going to happen, or you can just flip the script on that and be like, what? Well, if I'm this low, something great is about to happen. It has to balance out the energies, right? All right. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and trippy paths with me. I love y'all, and I'm going to catch you as soon as I can. Promise.